So that's the only part of the plan? Just the lines, the interstate competition?
No, the nice part about the plan, you'll have many different plans. You'll have competition. You'll have so many different plans.
But now he's repeating himself.
No, I'm not repeating. No. I don't repeat myself.
You don't repeat yourself.
Here's the guy who repeats himself.
You repeat yourself every day.
I watched him, talking about repeating, I watched him repeat himself 5 times 4 weeks ago. And
I saw you repeat yourself 5 times 5 seconds ago.
I watched him. I agree with that 100%, except pre-existing condition. I would absolutely get rid of Obamacare. We're going to have something much better. But pre-existing conditions, when I'm referring to that, and I was referring to that very strongly on the show with Anderson Cooper, I want to keep pre-existing condition. I think we need it. I think it's a modern age, and I think we have to have it.
Okay, so let's talk about pre-existing conditions. What the insurance companies say is that the only way that they can cover people is to have a mandate requiring everybody purchase health insurance. Are they wrong?
I think they're wrong 100%. What we need, look, the insurance companies take care of the politicians. The insurance companies get what they want. We should have gotten rid of the lines around each state so we can have real competition. We thought that was gone. We thought those lines were going to be gone, and something happened at the last moment where Obamacare got approved, and all of that was thrown out the window. The reason is some of the people in the audience are insurance people and insurance lobbyists and special interests. They got, I'm not going to point to these gentlemen, of course they're part of the problem, other than Ben, in all fairness. And actually the governor too. Let's just talk about these two, okay? Because I don't think the governor had too much to do with this. But we should have gotten rid of the borders. We should have gotten rid of the lines around the state so there's great competition. The insurance companies are making a fortune on every single thing they do. I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm the only one in either party self-funding my campaign. I'm going to do what's right. We have to get rid of the lines around the states so that there's serious competition.
But Mr.
And you're going to see, excuse me, then you're going to see pre-existing conditions and everything else be part of it, but the price will be down, and the insurance companies can pay. Right now, they're making a fortune.
But just to be specific here, what you're saying is getting rid of the barriers between states, that is going to solve the problem?
That's going to solve a lot of the problem. And the insurance companies are going to say that. They want to keep it. They say whatever they have to say to keep it the way it is. I know the insurance companies. They're friends of mine. The top guys, they're friends of mine. I shouldn't tell you guys. You'll say it's terrible. I have a conflict of interest. They're friends of mine. There's some right in the audience. One of them was just waving to me. He was laughing and smiling. He's not laughing so much anymore. Hi. But you know what? The insurance companies are making an absolute fortune. Yes, they will keep pre-existing conditions, and that would be a great thing. Get rid of Obamacare. We'll come up with new plans, but we should keep pre-existing conditions.
And I was mentioned in his response, so if I may, about the insurance companies. You may not be aware of this, Donald, because you don't follow this stuff very closely, but here's what happened. When they passed Obamacare, they put a bailout fund in Obamacare. All these lobbyists to keep talking about, they put a bailout fund in the law that would allow public money to be used, taxpayer money, to bail out companies when they lost money. And we led the effort and wiped out that bailout fund. The insurance companies are not in favor of me. They hate that. They're suing now to get that bailout money put back in. Here's what you didn't hear in that answer, and this is important, guys. This is an important thing. What is your plan? I understand the lines around the state, whatever that means. This is not a game where you draw maps around.
And you don't know what it means.
What is your plan?
That's the problem.
What is your plan on health care? You don't have a plan.
The biggest problem he doesn't know.
I'll give you 1 minute of my time to tell me his plan.
The biggest problem he's got is he doesn't know. You know, I watched him melt down 2 weeks ago with Chris Christie. I got to tell you, the biggest problem he's got is he really doesn't know about the lines. The biggest thing we've got, and the reason we have no competition, is because we have lines around the state, and you have essentially
we already mentioned that as part of my plan. I know what that is. But what else is part of your plan? So your only thing is to get rid of the lines around the states. What else is part of your health care plan?
What the lines around the states mean.
That's your only
plan. And it was almost done. No. You know what that does?
I'll
that
give
brings
him time
in,
of mind. He can tell us his plan.
Excuse me. That brings in competition. When you get rid of the lines, it brings in competition. So instead of having one insurance company taking care of New York or Texas, you'll have many. They'll compete, and it'll be a beautiful thing.
Right, and so that's the only part of the plan? Just the lines, the interstate competition?
No, the nice part about the plan, you have many different plans. You'll have competition. You'll have so many different plans.
But now he's repeating himself.
No, I'm not repeating. No. I don't repeat myself.
You don't repeat yourself.
Here's the guy who repeats himself.
You repeat yourself every day.
I watched him, talking about repeating, I watched him repeat himself 5 times 4 weeks ago. And
I saw
want
you
to tell
repeat yourself 5 times 5 seconds ago.
I watched him melt down on the stage like I've never seen anybody. I thought he came out of the swimming pool.
I said, well,
Let's talk about your
repeat
plan.
himself every night. It says 5 things. Everyone's dumb.
Senator
He's going to
Rubio.
make America great
Senator
again.
Rubio.
We're going to win.
Senator
He's
Rubio,
winning in the
please.
polls. And the
Please
lines
stop.
around the state. Every night. Same thing.
Senator Rubio.
I tell the truth.
Senator Rubio, you will have time to respond if you
All
would
right.
just let Mr. Trump respond to what
Yeah,
you
he's
just
gonna give us
posed
his
to
plan
him.
now, right?
If
Okay.
if you could talk a little bit more about your plan. I know you talked about
No,
the
we're going to
interstate.
have many different plans
you
because
give
there's
us
going to be
specific?
competition.
Said it again.
There's going to be competition. There is going to be competition among all of the states and the insurance companies. They're going to have many, many different plans.
Is there anything else you would like to add to that? as part of
No,
your
there's
plan?
nothing to add. What's to add? What is to add?
Thank you both.
Talk about the economy.
Wolf, does everyone get to address Obamacare but me?
I want to move on, but there'll be plenty of opportunities for you to address.
It's kind of an issue I have a long history with.
I know you do it, and all right, go ahead.
Thank you, Wolf.
How do you get that extra time, Cruz? You're very good at.
You know, this is
holding
another
it up.
issue on which Donald and I have sharp disagreements. On Planned Parenthood, he thinks Planned Parenthood is wonderful. I would instruct the Department of Justice to investigate them and prosecute any and all criminal violations. On Obamacare, both Donald and I say we want to end it, but for very different reasons. I want to end it because it goes too far, it's killed millions of jobs, and it's hurting people's health care. Donald wants to end it because he says it doesn't go nearly far enough. And what was amazing in that exchange that was missing is for decades, Donald has been advocating socialized medicine. What he said is the government should pay for everyone's health care. And in fact, a couple debates ago, he said, if you don't support socialized health care, you're heartless. Now, liberal Democrats have been saying that for years. Now, let me tell you, if you're a small business owner, Donald Trump's socialized medicine, putting the government in charge of your health care, would kill more jobs than Obamacare. And if you're elderly, the results of socialized medicine in every country on earth where it's been implemented has been rationing, has been the government saying, no, you don't get that hip replacement, you don't get that knee replacement. The government is in charge of your health care. I'll tell you this, as president,
Senator,
I will repeal every word of Obamacare.
Thank you. Mr. Trump.
I do not want socialized medicine, just so you understand. He goes around saying, oh, he wants it. I do not want socialized medicine. I do agree with him that it's going to be a disaster, Obamacare, for the economy. In 2017, it's going to be impossible for us to pay for it if you look at what's going on. That's why it has to be repealed, for a lot of reasons. Number one, it doesn't work. Number two, premiums, you look at premiums going up 25, 35, even 45% and more. We have to get rid of Obamacare. It is going to destroy our economy completely. Our economy is not doing well. It is going to destroy our economy greatly. And on that, I agree.
Donald, true or false, you've said the government should pay for everyone's health care.
That's false.
You've never said that.
No, I never. I said it worked in a couple of countries, but
you've
said
never
it.
stood on this debate stage and says it works great
No, I
in
did
Canada
not.
and Scotland, and we
No,
should do
I
it
did
here.
not.
Did you
No, I
say
did not.
if you want people to die on the streets, if you don't support socialized health care, you have no
Correct.
heart?
I will
Did you
not
say
let
you're a
people
liberal
die
on
on the
health
streets
care?
if I'm president.
Have
If
you said you're a liberal on health
Excuse me,
care?
let me talk.
Talk away.
If people-
Explain your plan, please.
My plan is very simple. I will not, we're going to have private health care, but I will not allow people to die on the sidewalks and the streets of our country if I'm president. You may let it, and you may be fine
So
with
does
it.
the government pay
I'm
for
not
everyone's
fine
health
with
care?
it. We are going to take
Yes
those
or no?
people and
Just
they're going
answer
to
the question.
Excuse me. We are going to take those people, and those people are going to be serviced by doctors and hospitals. And we're going to make great deals on it. but we're not going to let them die in the streets.
Who pays for it and who
Can I just
controls?
clarify something?
Senator, gentlemen,
Well,
gentlemen,
no, I
please.
want to clarify something.
Gentlemen,
this
please,
is a
I want to
Republican
move on.
debate, right?
I want to talk
because
about
that attack
the
about letting
economy.
people die in the
This
streets
is a
of the
critical
government doesn't
answer. He
support
should
health
answer.
care.
The government would
Gentlemen,
never
all of you have
refusing to answer that
Call
question.
it
Senator
what you
Cruz.
want. You know what? Call it what you want.
It's a yes or
People,
no.
Call it what you want. People are not going to be dying
All
on the
of you have
sidewalks of the
agreed.
street.
All of you have agreed to the rules. I want to move on.
But I will not allow people to die on the sidewalks and the streets of our country if I'm president. You may let it, and you may be fine
So
with
does
it.
the government pay
I'm
for
not
everyone's
fine
health
with
care?
it. We are going to take
Yes
those
or no?
people and
Just
they're going
answer
to
the question.
Excuse me. We are going to take those people, and those people are going to be serviced by doctors and hospitals. We're going to make great deals on it, but we're not going to let them die in the streets.
Who pays for it and
Can
who
I just
controls?
clarify something?
Senator, gentlemen,
Well,
gentlemen,
no, I
please.
want to clarify something.
Gentlemen,
this
please,
is a
I want to
Republican
move on.
debate, right?
I want to talk
because
about
that attack
the
about letting
economy.
people die
I
in the
want-
streets
This is
of the
a critical
government doesn't
answer. He
support
should
health
answer.
care.
The government would
Gentlemen,
never
all
address
of you-
that.
To the original question about the individual mandate, in 1994, when you were in Congress, you proposed a plan requiring an individual mandate. So what changed?
Well, Dana, the Heritage Foundation had this position as well. Now, in regard to same-sex marriage, I don't favor it. I've always favored traditional marriage. But look, the court has ruled, and I've moved on. Including
Let's
the
continue.
need to arm the Ukrainians. Including
Let's
the
continue.
need to arm the Ukrainians.
In the meantime, we can't get a school built in Brooklyn.
The need to arm the Ukrainians. The need to arm the Ukrainians. The need to arm the Ukrainians.
Bye-bye.
So that's the only part of the plan? Just the lines, the interstate
Well, no,
competition?
the nice part about the plan, you'll have many different plans. You'll have competition. You'll have so many different plans.
But now he's repeating himself.
No,
Mr.
I'm
Trump.
not repeating. No.
Mr. Trump. Okay, so let's talk about pre-existing conditions. What the insurance companies say is that the only way that they can cover people is to have a mandate requiring everybody purchase health insurance. Are they wrong?
I think they're wrong 100%. What we need, look, the insurance companies take care of the politicians. The insurance companies get what they want. I don't repeat myself. I don't repeat myself.
You don't repeat yourself.
Here's the guy who repeats himself. I don't
You
repeat.
repeat yourself every day.
I watched him, talking about repeating, I watched him repeat himself 5 times 4 weeks ago. And
I saw
wanna
you
tell
repeat yourself 5
it
times
was a
5
meltdown.
seconds ago.
I watched him. I agree with that 100%, except pre-existing condition. I would absolutely get rid of Obamacare. We're going to have something much better. But pre-existing conditions, when I'm referring to that, and I was referring to that very strongly on the show with Anderson Cooper, I want to keep pre-existing condition. I think we need it. I think it's a modern age, and I think we have to have it.